Short recap. Last stream we did the, this game is really loud, isn't it? Where's my volume up? Not available. That one? Nope, that one? A bit better. Hi. Alright, so short recap. We did a day in court where we just basically cross-examined the lunch lady, cough-up queen, Star, whatever her name is, something Star. And then we just did... Oh, thank you. Then we talked to Damon Gant for a while. We found out that there's a bunch more to this case, so we're gonna go and do some investigating. Okay. Now we're back at the office, about to start our day. Also, my laptop was overheating last time. I think I fixed that problem because my cool boost wasn't on, which means you'll probably also hear a lot more of the fan in the background because it goes nuts now when it gets too hot. I'm sorry about that. This game is just really loud, so I'm turning it down on my TV, and hopefully we get less random mic feedback from that. Okay, let's do this. So, Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? Oh, I guess they're recapping anyway. The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room at the same time. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Something they didn't bring up in court, which would have been really smart. Well, that's what we're going to find out, or try to at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? I thought it and she responded to it, which happens every once in a while in this series. I don't really get it. Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go! Science awaits us! February 23rd, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? What? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Yeah, Emma. Well. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. And as we found out, it was a 55-gallon drum with 8 pounds of water per gallon, leading to a roughly impossible situation. Sister erasing evidence at the scene? Never! Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, how does she respond to my thoughts? I'm so confused. And the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid, which is, yeah. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. I can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? I see a button to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. They're gonna be right by the barrel, over here. Food steam. You can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is a bloodstain? It's so, Emma, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, we definitely know this is a bloodstain. But, doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this, scientifically? It wouldn't be the blood's location, right? Oh yeah, it would be the blood's location, because they were like, no, wait. Stabbed him and then ran behind a partition. Amount of blood, I guess. Perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. Oh, that's right. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have been more blood than this. So, hey, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna mark up the floor plan when we find blood, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Skye. Solution used for scientific investigation. Finds blood traces. Spray to use. Can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah. I feel like we're really investigating a crime now. It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ah! Okay. Huh. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Starr! You only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. This Dale deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. Let's talk about today's trial. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starr, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from the security room right there. And then I didn't tell you that, and I told you all this other stuff, and it took like 2 hours. It was great. Anyway, but I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough to say. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry, you lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. It's perjury. I don't even know how you're not in jail right now. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events was from a different viewpoint, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Skye, whatever, stab a man in like cold blood, and then the testimony, like, that still stands. I didn't know his blood was cold. I swear it on my honor as a lunch lady. I mean detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph is something important to tell us, but what? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, a long time ago. In a galaxy, like right here. Well, 2 years ago. Okay. No matter how hardened the criminal, like when they faced me, they coughed it up. After that, they confessed. They babbled like babies, lots of useless info streaming from their mouths constantly. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. every day I drag the dirt out of the mouth of suspect after suspect. Before long they called me the cop of Queen. Oh, she got fired and became a lunch lady. That's why. I don't know if they got into why she got fired, but they were definitely. I think Edgeworth was poking fun at her, like, "You're not really a professional." He thought she was, and then she kind of sucked, and he was like, "Oh." Anyway. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. You were let go or fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... I probably have to show or something. You don't mean this random note that I'm going to show you. How do I give it to her? Oh, I think that's a different button. Present. You don't mean this SL9 incident. What do you think about this? Oh, that was the wrong thing. Oh wait, no, it was. The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? I mean, that's massive. If you get it wrong, you wouldn't lose points, right? That's that bar thing. No, that's only in court. It doesn't happen outside of court. That's like how close you are to losing the case or whatever. That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. Which would have been amazing to bring up in court, by the way. He was murdered by some weapon on the case that he had worked on. Anyway. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. And as I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think that you could, like, tell us more about, like, the SL9 incident? Like... Now you're speaking my language. I know, and I hate it. To present the knife to make her talk more about that? What do you think about this? That knife, this thing, blah blah blah. Usually it's like, after you have this little conversation, you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident, and then usually you go to talk, and there's more to talk about. So I don't know how that didn't work. Okay, I'll show her the ID. I had one of these up until 2 years ago. I've been with the comfort queen, right? We found this ID card here in the parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. How do I get her to cough up stuff? Like, so much of this evidence comes from her that I could present a lot of different things and probably get a lot of dialogue. Did you take a look at this? This is probably... I'm assuming this is wrong dialogue. Like, there's like a set, even the wrong thing, they just go over a certain piece of dialogue they go over every time you give them a wrong item. Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at it. Yeah. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get a rich flavor like this. We pray and feel the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it! So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite! The only thing I'm spilling here is wasted time. What will you say about this photograph? What do you think about it? I'm gonna take that picture from the guard room. But even I get frustrated sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photograph, yes. In other words, 5 minutes later after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. 5 minutes weren't the problem, mister. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I had my testimony disregarded before. and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Can I ask her about that time? Thank you. That's what I needed to give her. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable to who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I've ever handled. I like that team. Look, she's like a... I don't really know what she is. She's got some sort of style to her, and then there's like a old-timey normal cop on the far right. The investigator from like the noir, like, I don't know. And then there's like 2 cowboys. Like, what a team. It gives so much flavor to like the police, I guess. Like, it makes you feel like there's more interesting characters there to explore. Hello there, Dick Gumshoe. We haven't seen yet. Anyway, I don't know if he's in this case. Police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence, so they didn't solve it? On the contrary. It was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find the decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved in that case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. Wow. So somebody covered up. So somebody basically wrongfully got somebody executed, and to cover it up, fired all the, or demoted all the people who were working on that case. I don't remember all the details to this case. Like, I don't know who she's talking about. It's all, that's crazy though. Anyway, let's talk about Detective Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? Phoenix, why would you? What Phoenix? Are you? Obviously she hasn't. There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I came to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends, how many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, what? Seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Received from Miss Starr. Excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall is here. Are you going out? What do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. I got along so well with my sister, and it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. Yes, we know, Phoenix, we're paying attention. And now, he's so cool. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation, putting the past to rest, as it were. And none other arresting is happening between us, if you know what I mean. I mean, nothing more than that, yeah. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall, It's a stepladder. Aha! A ladder! That's a stepladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. This is scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of the thing, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Look! Door! This must mean something. I'm not sure the doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I feel as to what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Oops. What's that? So, yeah, just kind of try to look at stuff. This is where the cars leave a lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Maybe it's both? Kind of a dual purpose? Aha! The theory of relativity! What? I gotta write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright, maybe you know... Was Mr. Relativity German or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? This became a really painful conversation really quick. I just want to stop talking to you now. Here's a phone, let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears, no, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What's she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Emma, stop being dumb. Okay. This is the famous divider. It sure helped us knock a hole in that testimony today. Come to think of it, this divider helped our case more than an actual witness. I can hear you. I know. That's why I said that. Great divider. Chip off the old parking block. It's just a wall. Scientifically speaking. No, scientifically speaking. So, this is the famous oil drum. These things aren't famous, people. Stop it. Stop attributing fame to where it does not belong. Well, no time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Hey, yeah! That's okay, don't cry. That Lana Sky must have been one strong woman. Yes. Extremely. Like, seriously. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. During the day when I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job so that soon. That's about as red as a sports car can get. Yep, it's pretty red, alright. The body was found in Edgeworth's car trunk, and the lock on the trunk is broken too. So the question is, why did this guy choose his car? So, what model car is it? And I think it was called a sedan or a coupe or something like that. What are car types, Mr. Wright? Trims! Not models. Aren't they trims? No, trim is a different type of the same car. I actually don't know what those are called. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. I think it's about time I got my driver's license. I'm in Japan, so this is an acceptable thing to not have. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. My nose is so itchy. So itchy. Bugging the crap out of me. You gotta be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. That's where we found that note! 221 SL9, the SL9 incident. I guess it was due to transfer to the murder. And the detective in charge of the case was the victim. I wonder what kind of case the SL9 incident thing was. It's kind of hard to guess just knowing the case number. Maybe we should do some actual investigating and stop looking at cars. B-block is through there. That's where the visitors park. So, this star climbed over the fence? It seems so, yeah. That fence is 9 feet high at least. In no time like the present, I think I'll give it a little try. It's okay, don't cry. Maybe there's a Lunchland Olympics team? Probably supposed to come here later. February 23rd, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in two places at the same time? Can you imagine? How is she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they had arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's get back later. Oh, that's right, he did. Got to examine the camera and the guy. You always have to do that. Smile for the camera. This guard monitors the visitor's room. One murder at the prosecutor's office, one at the police department. He must be frozen with fear, thinking that he might be next. Don't scare the poor guy. Oh wait, he's just a painting. This is really weird. Oh, okay. February 23rd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. That makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. Don't mess up or else we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries of dead bodies around here right now. Doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Where's Gumshoe? I need some gum on my shoe. Whatever. These are detectives' desks. There are computers and files in each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I'd expect. Guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know, the killer used dry ice. Put it between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut. This is good. I'll win a writer's award for sure. He's not writing a report, he's writing a novel. So this is the police mascot, is it? I don't remember the chief's voice. He's not a main character, like he doesn't even have a portrait, but he does talk, he has a few lines. I think I remember he's like a really nice dude. I just don't remember. The Blue Badger, the future star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. Well, the dancing Blue Badger trademark is still under development, you see? You have it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting-edge stuff, very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter and she burst into tears. Don't show her the moving mock-up outside then, you'll give her nightmares. That must be the chief of detectives. He's glued to his computer screen. Wow! Detective killed in the evidence room! Tell no one outside the police department! No! I told that old lady at the restaurant everything! Someone's getting a demotion. Alright, so he must be outside the police department? Oh, wait, no, Gumshoe was here because he was out by the Blue Badger, wasn't he? February 23rd, police department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose that makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all. So the evidence from the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look in a book. Reading Rainbow. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. You idiot! What were you thinking? Where's your head? Sir, it's right here, sir! I guess he wasn't saluting, he was showing the detective where his head was. They make a good pair. I always get excited when I come to the police station. Why is that? It just feels like I've been jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals? Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. But look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bus. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. We just talked to them, you dumbs. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted white and black? No idea, why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have any scientific proof, it's just a theory. A game theory, cause I'm in a game. Thanks for watching. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car, and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo. See? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? Don't question it. This banner is announcing the crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprint sets. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. What family wouldn't want to set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck in the cookie jar. I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. Alright, I've been saving the blue badger for the last thing for me to look at. Oh wait, this is the usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They didn't even look human. She has a point. The blue badger is still writhing around today. Given the benefit of the doubt, so let's say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department's been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. I take out his batteries. I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. February 23rd, evidence room entrance, guard station. I like how he has a little style thing and some cacti and a little cowboy hat thing. That's great. Bunch of alcohol, which is probably not okay in the office. A little lasso for him to snag you as you try to leave. It's just themed really well. I like this. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? Sure seems that way. Oh. What's wrong? Those cacti, they're so prickly, it's imposing, it's hard to think straight. You can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. I don't even know is if this is the guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Look, on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know! Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. The lasso missed. You have an active imagination, for sure. Like, for reals. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. We're about to investigate the right thing. Heck, it's like Texas. We're Japanese, so all we know about Wild West is Texas. Okay. The swinging door makes this place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it's more of a yarg myself. Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I wouldn't think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Cased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance, but alright. More of an attitude thing than like a physical similarity? Whatever. I'm just a kid. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. Leather jacket, leather pants, and a leather, what's that thing called again? A paunchy, a pinchy, I know, a poochie. Wait, that's not it. It's poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. We'll look at the alcohol. Okay. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording! Maybe we can use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Oops. So, I thought I checked everything and I was expecting Jake Marshall, whatever, to show up. But he didn't, so... This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please! Oh, it's Gumshoe. One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe? Now no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch for Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Oh, his music fades out and he looks sad. Oh. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We caught a criminal. Now all we just need is evidence. Criminal? You mean you heard about the stabbing at the police department? Evidence will right, pal. On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? Then the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking like that isn't going to fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Can I go here too now? Gumshoe, let me in. Let's go right code. There's too many locations here. Alright. Are you there? Or are you still be right backing? Because I have a feeling we're gonna meet somebody whom we did not expect. Dun dun dun! Yeah, pal. Some water. It's Butts. Larry Butts. Is that Mike Meekins? Or is it Gant? He said he. Or Jake Marshall. So 3 that it can be. Alright, I guess you're not back yet. Keep going forward, and then I'll just try to recap you when you do get back. Alright. Still, I do feel a bit better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Let's not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. It's friggin' Meekins, because he has a microphone. Megaphone. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying! Me, a perpetrator! I was the one perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Hi. Greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir. At the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Officer Meekins, so you're the guard here at the detention center?
No, sir, I am not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman. Like a little lost lamb, sir.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report?
No, sir. How would I say this?
Wait, he isn't... Is he? You... Officer Meekins, you didn't... Did you?
Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir.
He introduces himself as perpetrator. Oh, boy. What? What? No, this is an unexpected turn of events. Oh, his badge has him doing the little, like... How's his elbow up so high when he does this? Like, not even possible, dude. I can't even like raise my arm that high from my shoulder. And this is like up and out. Something like that. This is so hard. This is actually hard to do. It doesn't look like it, but it actually. Anyway. Let's talk to him.
Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir! Sir!
Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins.
I had some business that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard stationed in front of the room was empty, sir.
So normally there's a guard at the evidence room?
That's right, sir.
Because the evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir.
No, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall.
Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room.
It's a suspicious person, sir! It's a suspicious person! Yo!
What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? I found out, sir.
Everything went white! I saw red! I blacked out! And then when I came to, I was here in the detention center.
How long were you out? Days? Might I ask what happened to your hand?
Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So, I did what I could do to wrap it up, sir.
A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between the case and the one at the prosecutor's office. This case. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't know, I always liked Meekins. I don't mean to pry, but are you the perpetrator? But you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right?
Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. You had to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir. Then label me victim.
You happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that.
Ah, yes, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that.
Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman?
Yes, sir. I had to label him as a stranger, or total stranger. Then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side.
So you didn't know it. Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or other creature conforms. I have read that right. Devoid of light or other creature comforts, sorry. I still don't quite grasp that line. Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. Other creature comforts?
I don't know any detectives!
So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him?
Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir.
At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand, did it happen during the course of the crime?
Well, you see, sir.
Don't you think you should confess?
But sir, what? There's nothing I could do.
Nothing you could do?
Sir, to tell you the truth, sir, when it happened. When the detective pointed the knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And then the next thing I knew, I was unconscious.
The next thing you knew, you were... Huh?
Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared.
What?
And then I looked down, and I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow. Can you imagine how I felt?
The victim's body disappeared? Some story. Oops. Officer Meekins, this is for you!
I'm scared of knives, sir.
It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it.
That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. There was an apple, sir. In my dream, sir. And I was being peeled.
On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. I mean, he's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Blue Badger? You take a look at this?
I'm sorry, sir.
Really sorry, but I have no idea what this is.
Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
He's passing the buck, mister. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edward.
Yeah.
Oh, he says the same thing about this knife, too. I'm scared of knives! I was an apple in my dream, and I was getting peeled. I don't know if there's much else to talk to him about. This guard monitor's the visitor room. Seeing a fellow patrolman in here must make him worry about his own fate in life. No comments from the peanut gallery. After the camera, poor Officer Meekins. I think he knows he's being watched. We haven't collected any evidence so far, have we? Like, not a single piece of evidence yet. We just talked to people. The heck? Am I supposed to talk to Meekins more? I want to talk to Meekins more. Any ideas? For Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, this isn't what I was looking for. I think it's what to do. Business of him not reading the reports, blah blah blah. The police is right about that. Can't help but think. The police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Well, where should we begin? Is it obvious? Should we, that thing. Two places simultaneously. To the police department. Evidence room? Yes, I'm still trying to get there. I don't know how though. Maybe the Goodman badge? Do you think you can take a look at this?
Hey! That's it! That's it!
What? That's what?
My head was a blank until that very moment. It's sir. Now I remember, sir.
You mean you remember it happened?
Correct. That card. That card was the cause of it all.
This ID card?
Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing can be more exact, sir. Nothing.
And I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is that you do remember?
Well, sir,
You might say that I'm a little hospital, a little lab, if you will. Oh yeah, we already said this. Oh, but this is different. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious?
Sir, I entered the evidence room.
and ask the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you, as flustered as you are right now. And so I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you, my father's own words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went right, and I awoke, and I was here. Right. It does the cramps. Why? That's why I haven't been responsive. Meekins is so annoying. Oh. Or is ugly because I'm float, so I don't even... Okay. I don't like Meekins either. Okay, well, I guess it's just me. So Officer Meekins... Oh, sorry, wrong voice. So Officer Meekins, why was it they arrested you? What do you mean, Anna? Let's look at what we know. Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim, who he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way... in other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? He still ended up here. They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in that room, is what they said. But you said you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. My crime! The crime I swore to stamp out. It's there. It's me on the tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry. Really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. I guess we better go check out the crime scene. Hey, Mr. Ray, look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives' desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there is anything missing. You know what it means if there is anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, his lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again. The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Right-o, old boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, it's Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Oh, sorry, I did her voices right. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? So we're talking to Gant now. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy! Well, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gord Lake? It doesn't look good having a top-notch prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Righto? Von Karma. Oh, I forgot how creepy Von Karma looks. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court he fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. Their? Being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time, that's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Raito, I can't just give away all our secrets like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets! Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier? Oh, you saw that. Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Discreetly ask him? He's asking... Morning, would you take a look at this? Ah, sorry, Raito, I'm through with that stuff. Through, I say. Go find a guy who can't seem to sit still out there, the busy one. The guy who can't seem to sit still? Does he mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the Dancing Blue Badger. So that was the wrong piece of evidence. I don't really know what to show him. Would you take a look at this? Sorry, Raito, I'm through with it. Blah, blah, blah. They said that's a short one. Sometimes it's like 8 lines. I don't care for any of these. Tell me about Luminol! Of course I don't care about it. Show me a steak lunchbox! He doesn't like steak. I don't know why I'm just guessing random things. Okay. Cell phone? Doesn't care for the cell phone. Oh, SL9. Nope, nope. Oh, he had something to do with the autopsy, right? Nope. What the heck, man? What the hey? Maybe I'm supposed to come back and talk to this guy. Tell me about the Blue Badger. Prosecutor's trophy? Goodman! Maybe he's just not gonna tell me anything. I'm just guessing too much random crap. The knife. Oh, I guess one more. Stop. Because I basically guessed every piece of evidence I had except for the ticket. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to talk to this guy later. This is where I wanted to go. Really? Still nothing? What the heck am I supposed to do? Oh, here we go. This place is as classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess he'll have to come back. I mean, after all that, but I really... Oh, was I supposed to talk to the chief? Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? See over there, that's Detective Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They always take away every single last piece of garbage in the trash can. Or they already took it away. Like he scrolled in, he's like, yeah, I try. So nothing belongs to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. You didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. Lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? date on it's February 21st. Better make a note of that, just in case. Oh, sorry. The date on it's February 21st. Better make a note of that, just in case. There we go. Jeez, I was supposed to talk to that guy instead of spamming every piece of evidence I had at the end. Half-written document dated 2/21 can only be submitted to the Chief of Police. I should have been back to investigating the police department crime scene. Okay, good. At least it told me where to go this time. So, how about that? Righto. I can't go to the crime scene because it's behind a thing. It's behind a door. How do I... Oh. That's the one annoying thing about the extract games is that they're always kind of like, I don't know where to go. Was I supposed to show that to Gant? Bruce Kidman, ID 5'9", but it's like crossed out with a 7 or something. Oh, there we go. Jeez. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Raito would ask me for help. I was wondering if you could investigate an evidence room. Now, Raito. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate it after all. Raito, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honor. You just run along now and do your best now. I've added now twice. Later, folks. Whee! Okay. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we need to get to their evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. That sounds like something I would add, but it was actually in the dialogue. Oh, I probably have to examine the door. The evidence room is beyond that door. We have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's walk in. It won't open. Aha, the card reader's turned off, see? What's that security guard thinking? Howdy, partner. Well, what's made my Bambina skies so gray? Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? Well, I don't know if I like him, but I like his music. What's that? Why does it have to be him? As you may have surmised, this here is my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card got on there. Got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw! Well, what are you standing around there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Oh, beep. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if he could ask you some questions? Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you always. You're busy, Ben? I say that. I only said I didn't wish to speak. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. So I'm guessing you won't talk even if I try to. I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Ben. I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on a wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading a 6-shooter, I say a little prayer. Work. What's all that about, Mr.? What's all that about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. It's time to give him some food. That smell reminds me of Texas, which is totally here in the United States where this here game takes place.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
Oh, I just saw a special on the TV the other day. Is this from my baby?
Yeah, Miss Star.
What's with this?
What's wrong?
It's steak lunch. I see, now I see.
I don't see what it means.
Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina. You win. Anything.
Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Cereal.
Filet your steak. I tell you what, Bambina, that's the stuff of the gods. Don't get much better than that.
Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
Now you got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it.
Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
Oh, that poor little doggy. That guy keeps getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. Oh, I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly.
He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, I might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know?
As he takes a drink while he's on the job. I like doing his voice. So what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway back on the back of my steed, Zippy.
No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anyhow. Newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera system?
I don't take to machines much. Like that stewed broccoli, they sneak in next to your steak, you know?
Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream dog to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. It's all gone now. Drinking a hole in a prairie fire.
You're still investigating an SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you?
That was my case. All solved in the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it, anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Hey, that case is officially dead.
2 days ago. The day of our case.
That's right. Evidence transfers.
Edward was talking about the transferals too. Sorry, could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about?
We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. Kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. We can reinvestigate them. Turns out there was a mistake, see?
So what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. It's what we call transfer. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. Years after the case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened, sweet. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. I know what maybe two of the machines do in here. I know what two of the machines in here do. Okay, sorry. I read it wrong, and then I read it right, and then I physically read it wrong, and then I was like, dang it. Oh, only two of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. Wait, few hours? And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that the record is tied to the stabbing. Maybe I can prove the record. Sheriff's back in the Wild West who plays much faith in evidence. The only thing they trusted was their shooting knife. This is neither Wild nor West here? Aha! Aha! That and this are two different things entirely. I guess so? I'm lost. It's like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. That's what I try to present, yeah. Well, we probably need to show him the ID card here. See this? This is the victim's ID card. The one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Do you have any more midterms coming up? I don't know. Well, I'm assuming there's gotta be a midterm for the modeling class. I don't know if that's like a week or two from now, maybe? I don't know. He hasn't said yet. And it's not on the syllabus, because the syllabus sucks. But he at least does talk to us, so. Anyway, Officer Marshall. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. There it is, 5:14 p.m. Look, the fourth number, it's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me, sir. Sir. Like echoing. He had his ID card then. Why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Because he was getting the knife from the evidence room? Because it was going to be transferred, right? So he needed to get the knife or something? Then he somehow lost the knife and he has that thing? Lost item tag or whatever? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. This here computer robot machine made this and you can have it. There's only one in the world. You can make copies on a photocopier. Son, I don't even know what you just said, but it sounds like a haka-hooey. I got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with the IDs here. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. Too quiet. The investigation must be over here.
So this is the evidence room. It's really kind of like a graveyard.
Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
Ow! Eek! Whoa!
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So it's true what I heard. Is it true what I heard? Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50, sir? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Desire, I mean. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So the chief of police, Gant, will loan anyone $50, even me.
Well, that's what you were talking about?
Actually, put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today?
Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Scene of the stabbing. Detective at PD. I love Gumshoe. Boss for a day.
So Detective Gumshoe, boss for a day?
That's why. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
So if you're boss, but if you're boss,
why are you all alone? Do they mean if you're the boss? I don't know, it's like a weird sentence.
we're underlings.
They were using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. That's the biggest word that I know, by the way. I am going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Haha, of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
Only I can open. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card already since entering the force.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. The only locker we can open is our own.
Honey, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a twist to these handles, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a sensor. The wrong person touches it. The zap,
You get a shock.
That's what happened. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's... Edgeworth. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court yesterday. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SO9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Detective Goodman, no, and that switchblade knife. bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone.
Because of the SL9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. It was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
Why would evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, pal. There's some loose end left on that case. Now, that was a bloody, violent case.
Violent? So it was a murder?
A serial killing!
A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all.
But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to never.
And this is 2 years ago.
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. It started a rumor mill.
Rumors? About forged evidence?
It's supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It was the last job ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see?
So that switchblade knife? The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? But he can't because they
can't open a locker with a fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents.
No, the police department lacks faith in its lock system.
After all, Detective Goodman stabbed Hero after opening his locker. At the same time, he was found dead at the prosecutor's office.
Alright, I'll be right back. Do 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 do. Voice is getting a little toasty. I like the judge's voice, but the judge hurts to do after a while. Luckily, he usually only has like 1 or 2 lines of dialogue. For this, it's Meekins. Meekins is murdering my voice. Because he's got kind of like this scratchy voice, and he's also screaming constantly. So I'm trying to do like intense and scratchy at the same time. It's kind of the opposite of like Marshall, where it's kind of trying to be kind of like smooth and so I don't think I'm gonna finish this investigation phase today. I'm just trying to recover my voice a little bit, and then I'll try to go for like a half hour. And then it's pretty late. That's the plan. Finish my ice cream sandwich. We're probably like halfway or 2/3 of the way done with this investigation phase. Because we've kind of talked to everybody at this point. I think we're in the last like new area. Alright. Should get cold water when I do this. Okay. It was a good break. Move on.
Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner.
That looks like a car door.
Handcuffs attached to the frame.
Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away.
Yeah, it's one of those human profiles for range testing.
He's been shot square in the forehead. Yes? What?
Better him than us.
There's something sticking out of here.
Looks like a shirt. Must be evidence for some case.
I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. Yeah, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was open recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty and wet. Oh, it checks on that kind of thing and notifies detectives responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck with about some silly evidence? I love you too.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too.
I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. Avoid the dog behind my back. Don't do it right in front of him, pal.
This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams.
I'm not so sure about the dreams.
I don't know.
Did you really think it would? Hey, pal, our security is high-tech around here. Witty or wet? Naughty or wet? Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here.
Sorry looking fishing pole, that is.
Ah, that's my personal pole. Never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. White pal, that's a metal detector. The one that led to solving that case out of Gore Lake, remember? Oh right, wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box? Yeah, judge a person or a machine by their cover, you gotta look at that hard.
What's this saw and paint doing here?
Since the dawn of time, true art has always been at war against oppression.
True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here.
Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio. Here? In the evidence room? He was building the Blue Badger in here. It's great. A bloody handprint. Ooh, what's this?
It's a little worn, but it's definitely a handprint here.
It looks like someone tried to wipe it off.
Mr. Wright, What if there are other bloodstains in the room? We should use her testing fluid to check it out. Someone left a glove here. Only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe?
There you go, pal. Make me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know.
You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it.
Dirty glove, rubber glove added to the thing. Extremely thin rubber glove like the ones that one lady was wearing.
Oh, someone must have broken something big to make up these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps?
There you go, pal. Make me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case.
The case?
It's all 9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there?
Another piece of SL9 evidence.
Why wouldn't I take a closer look?
I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. Wanna try and put it back together?
Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
That's why I always carry around my tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place.
Oh, we're doing a thing. Okay.
Dirty old wet.
Wow, this is actually a good thing. I don't remember this. Oh. I was gonna have to like move the pieces around or something. Oh my gosh. Is it this? Oh no. I don't see like that jaggedy edge anywhere. That's up. Okay. No? That? No? Why? That right there, right? There we go. Oh, I see. It's highlighting the edge that you want to find. Oh. Okay. I see what you want me to do. I see. I swear it's that. Like that. Why? Why, pal? Let's try the old tried and true method of guess and check. The old tried and true method of guess and check. I feel like it should be showing me the other side. I would not have seen that. What's that?
Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are still missing.
Yeah, I got that fall in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it.
Some of the pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with.
Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jaw.
I kind of understand how it got broken.
Unstable jar added to the court record. Jar pieced back together from fragments found in the crime scene. Pieces missing. The jar with a really dumb stand. That's painful, but would have been good. What else do we need to look at? Yeah, we already looked at this. These pieces together, it makes a jar. Two things that bother me. One, why are some pieces missing? Two, why does it seem unstable? I wonder it broke. Remember that next time I make a jar. Oh, I don't like to open locker.
Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit.
That locker was coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint.
Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open after we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Where else could they take the contents? We looked at everything, I think. Gum, shoe. Gum, chewy McGum guy. He doesn't know anything about it. Don't know anything about it. I think we're done here? Maybe? Oh, right! We're not done there. The luminol. What? No, we're trying to use the luminol here. I don't know how to just be like, use it. Blood! There's a handprint. Mr. Wright, when there's other bloodstains, we should use the fluid. How do I use it? Oh, wait, there's an extra button. Okay. Are you kidding me? Okay. So over here, I can say to spray it, but not over there. Oh, no, I can't say to spray it? What? Ugh. Okay, you just have to get to it in a weird way. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. Not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien?
This proves something like that really happened right in front of this locker.
I'll make a note of it on the floor plan. Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
Knew it! This is someone's right handprint.
What? What's the matter, Detective? This buckle, it's mine.
It's yours?
Please. You'll have to help me when they come to take me away. I promise you'll testify I wouldn't hurt a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
What? But you're a detective.
Okay. I'm assuming that's it. Ready? Wait. See something here. Oh. I brought up a thing because this investigation was annoying. Should help me there. Right. Yeah. This would have been super frustrating if I didn't have this guide right now. There's handprints right here. But I would have missed it.
Why am I getting a reaction here?
There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What's this? But this is called luminal testing fluid.
Where do you get your hands on it?
What?
I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
Where'd you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order.
Well, I'd better jot that down on the floor plans.
Okay. Who's the bad guy? The mall cop you like, and who else? Oh yeah, you have to ask about everything. The dude in the orange suit. Was it Gumshoe? Okay. How you doing there, Arnold? Okay, bye, I guess. Doo-doo-doo. That was the wrong place to go. Sir! Don't leave me, sir! How do I get to Edgeworths? I don't know how to get to Edgeworths. There. Son of a... Supposed to go to Edgeworth. Okay. So I brought up a guide so that I wouldn't get lost during this part. And it said to go to Edgeworth, and he's not here, so I don't know what to do. That switchblade to the gumshoe, talk to him, examine white flap, get the rubber glove. The vase has a cravat. Oh yeah, I remember that. Examine the white flap, looking at the missile locker, bloody handprint on the right side of the room, the open locker, and the glove. Down the broken pieces, assemble the jar, use the luminol to find the three things, head for Edgeworth's office. Steel Samurai, yep. That's also his suit from the in the upper left there. That's Edgeworth's suit from the Edgeworth Investigations game. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm actually lost. I even brought up the guides. This wouldn't happen. It would not help. It's like I'm missing one thing with one person. Like somebody's supposed to give me a piece of evidence that they didn't yet. Crap, I don't know what to do. And my evidence is like maxed out right now.
Can you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came here on the day of the stabbing.
Ah, I heard the rumors. It's Goodman who came in here at the town hall. Whoa!
What is it?
The second number.
It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
The second number on this list. It belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
ID card record updated. Oh, I didn't even see that on the thing that was supposed to be helping me, so I just did that on my own. That's funny.
Why would Mr. Edgeworth have come to the evidence room?
Hey, pal, look at the time.
Is something you needed to be going to?
Just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna give him my report of the day.
This case came out after the second game came out. No, wait. Rich Wellington. Mo the Clown. Guitar guy, whatever his name is. Yeah. That's the third. The guy on this thing is from the third game. He's kind of behind my cam, but there's a picture of a character from the third game. That's so weird. So late. Like I can't really stay awake much longer. That's fine. I can end it pretty soon. I can end talking to Edgeworth. I think if I look at the guide here, let me see here. There's actually a few things still. So. Either they came back to like retroactively put that in, or this was made after the third game, which is just I don't know. I know that this was made later because there's like all this. Because remember how the first game was super simple, and now I'm like putting jars together and like not fingerprinting, but like blood test stuff, like all this random stuff that clearly wasn't in the Game Boy Advance game. You do it with like your stylus and stuff. So anyways, we're gonna go to Edgeworth and then we're gonna quit.
I'm going to give them my report for the day. It might help, you know.
The report? You mean the note written on the back of the flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems?
Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we'll talk about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him.
I think it's DLC. They added more. Yeah. I think they just made this later. Because remember when we first started playing this, I was like, oh, this is after the Miles Edgeworth Investigations game. Because his suit's up on the wall. And good night. Thanks for watching.
Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
I'm off, pal. Later.
I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too.
I'll go with Edgeworth, and then I'll save, and then I will quit. See if I got lost on the way to go to Edgeworth. Is it the parking lot? February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
Ah, my
guests, my apologies. I can't remember your voice. Hello! Something like that. Alright, this is a good spot. Good spot.
There's a little bit more, some exciting stuff that's going to lead us into the investigation for tomorrow. Or not necessarily tomorrow, next time we play. So, thanks for watching. And I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye.